welcome to my channel, guys. Welcome to Farming on the Rocks. It is raining cats and dogs outside, but I'm going to cook some coconut rundown. I'm going to use 2 coconuts to cook. This is how we did it in the country, and we absolutely love it. So I'm going to prepare coconut rundown with 2 dry coconuts. You're going to do the rundown with the, it's rundung, we call it rundung. If you're going to be making it with the coconuts, ensure it's the very dry ones that you're using. They should feel light, and when you shake them, like so, you should hear the water rattling inside. Alright, so I'm going to make my coconut rundown. Let me show you what it is looking like outside. It is amazing. So much rain. So much rain. Here. Let me show you how we open the coconut like so. And sometimes the water, you can drink the water, but I don't trust dry coconut water that much. I'm going to just leave it out. That's what the inside looks like. I'm going to use 2 of them. Like that. I'm going to remove the coconut. I usually use a dinner knife because if it flies through, this can cause serious damage. So you just remove. See that? Then I'm going to wash these off and cut them up in small pieces. When we were in the country though, we didn't have blender. No, we didn't have blender, we had grater. So you would wash these off and grater them, and then use them to make the rundung. But I'm going to, seeing that I have a blender, I'm going to cut them in small pieces and blend them, and then we move on from there. Now I'm going to make rundown today with salt mackerel. You can make it with salt fish. It can be done with my dad and mom used to use a fish called shad. It has a lot of scales and bones. But that's delicious in it as well. So you can use shad, you can use mackerel, you can use salt fish, you can use red herring. But my fish of choice today is salt mackerel. So I purchased my salt mackerel at my supermarket. I am purchasing salt mackerel for my rundown. Yeah, this look the freshest to me. That's where I choose to buy mine. So I just cut these in small pieces. Growing up, we used to make our own cooking oil from coconut. You don't wash it when you're going to do that, because what I learned is that the oil, some of the oil is on the surface of the coconut, so you wouldn't wash the coconut when you're going to boil it. We never bought oil growing up. Maybe that is why we didn't get sick often. Not sure. My theory. But because I don't need a lot of oil, I can always wash mine. Growing up, When you see your parents pull for some dry coconut or they send you to the bush to get dry coconut, you start pray. Or you start to pray. Pray that it is Rundung and not pakasa. I hated pakasa. It's when you boil the food and the meat and everything in one in the coconut milk with the seasoning. Maybe if I do it now I might like it, but as a child I hated pakasa. So when you see the shad or the red herring or the saltfish come out, then you know you're going to get Rundung. This is the one that we like. Really, really nice. It takes a very long time to cook though, because you don't put grease in this one. You boil the coconut down to oil. And I'm going to show you how I do that right on this thing right here. I'm going to use the same coconut shell to catch the fire because all my wood, my crane, they're all wet. It's raining outside. If you listen carefully, you can hear the thunder in the background. So cool. So I've blended and extracted the juice, squeezed the juice from the trash. This is the trash. And you could use this to make toto, pudding, potato pudding, stuff like that. But I'm just going to put it in the compost. And this is my Dutch pot. This is my favorite pot to cook Rundung on the coal or wood fire. So I'm going to just transfer my coconut milk. And also I have another trick to show you. This right here is a piece of the coconut shell. The coconut milk tends to boil over whenever it's boiling. For some reason, I'm not sure if it's the oil or whatever, but it tends to boil over. So what you do, you wash a piece of the coconut shell, wash it thoroughly, and place it in the coconut milk before it starts to boil. And that will prevent the coconut milk from boiling over. Because if it boils over, you lose all of the fat. Because the oil, the fat, it floats to the top. So whatever comes off first, all of the oil. And the oil, the nutty flavor that you get is from the oil in the coconut. So that's a little trick that you can try if your coconut milk keeps boiling over. Okay, so this is my salt mackerel. I scalded it, boil it. And I'm going to rinse it now, clean it and remove the bones and the skin. My family really don't like the head and the bone and the skin. So I'm going to clean it up and then prepare the veggies. And I'll be cooking food with this. Let me show you. I will be making boiled dumpling along with boiled banana and boiled yam with the Rundung today. Alright, so I'm going to just clean this up, get the veggies together, and then I'll get back to you. Those are my salt mackerel flakes. I'm going to rinse these to get rid of some more of the salt. I'm going to leave it in the water for a little bit. So I'm going to put some white vinegar on it to get rid of the rawness. I reluctantly bought tomato yesterday, guys. I had to. I had no choice. So on my thing here, I have onions, bell peppers, scallion, thyme, hot pepper, And this is to go into my rundown. Yeah. I had to buy tomatoes. Look at them. Floxy. Okay, so the coconut milk has been boiling for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. And it's now cutting oil. So if you look closely on the surface, you're seeing oil. And that's what we want to see. So I'm going to allow it to reduce to about half amount of that liquid. And then I'll start to add the seasoning and the mackerel. But that's what we want to see. Our coconut oil being formed at the top. Guys, have you ever had roast corn? I'm going to roast this corn. Yes, it's hot. Don't come near. Right to the side of my pot there, I'm going to roast my corn. Alright, so there's a lot of oil floating on top now. So this is what we call cut oil. Coconut milk cut oil. Alright, so I'm going to take it in closer so you can see exactly what is happening and finish up. Okay, so at this point we remove the coconut shell. So at no point at all did this boil over, and it's all because this coconut shell was in there. So that served its purpose. Alright, so this is what we call coconut custard, and it's very thick at this point. And this don't need a lot of seasoning because the coconut itself is very sweet and very flavorful. So I'm going to add my seasoning first. And that's my onion, my bell peppers, my tomato, my scallion, hot pepper, and thyme. I'm going to let this cook a little bit and then add the mackerel, because I don't want the mackerel to break up because it was already boiled. Already it is looking very pretty. Alright, can you see how thick that is? Alright, so now I'm going to add the salt mackerel and season. My last touches. I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper. I'm going to put some Maggi all-purpose, just a little, and also a little bit of paprika, and that's mainly for color. And also, last but not least, my Scotch bonnet pepper. Just allow that to simmer, and then I'll take you back to show you the finished product. And my corn is ready. It's going to be yummy. Alright, so that is our finished product. That is our Jamaican salt mackerel coconut rundown. Rundung. I guarantee you, rundung, this is the best you'll ever taste. Alright, so thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate each and everyone who watch and subscribe and share and like and leave a comment. I appreciate you. If it is you're watching and you've not yet subscribed, go ahead, press that subscribe button, also the notification bell, so you will be notified once I post another video. Like, leave a comment, and always share it to your friends, because if you like my videos, chances are they will like it too. Alright, bye bye.